Hello, everyone. It is Thursday. We're going to do our Thursday class indoors. We're going to continue our work on the upper body. We don't need a tennis ball for the massage. We're going to do a hands-on massage to start. And then we're going to do some interesting work, some interesting mobilization for the shoulders, upper back. All of this, the main goal is to really help strengthen your upper body as well as good posture. So to get started, let's take our left hand, okay, bring it over your right shoulder. And you want to get your hand onto the trapezius muscle, which is between the neck and the shoulder, and you can feel the bones there. So it's between the two. Everybody knows this muscle. So go ahead and stick your hand, if you have clothing that's on top, stick your hand underneath the clothing, because I'd like you to get skin to skin. And you'll simply start squeezing that muscle. Just squeeze it and press your fingers in. So from the side, you can see I'm just pushing in and down into the muscle. And see if you can actually pull the muscle a little bit upwards and away from the rib cage, because right underneath there is the very first rib. So pull it up and away. These help to get all of these muscles sliding and gliding with each other. And it's to help prevent adherences, which can happen when we have the muscles contracted for too long of a period of time, which, ladies and gentlemen, that often happens when you're at work. You're lifting your shoulders up a little bit and that trapezius muscle gets contracted for a long period of time. Okay, keep the hand there, and we're going to manipulate the right arm. I'd like you to first bring the right arm across, and it's as if you're giving yourself a hug, and then squeeze a couple more times that spot. Good. And then you'll bring your right hand, turn the hand, and bring it behind your low back. So it changes the direction of the shoulder and of the scapula, and you'll want to squeeze again. And then while doing this, I want you to turn your head in the opposite direction. So it starts to stretch out that area and bring your chin towards your left shoulder. Taking a few deep, slow breaths as you squeeze. And then just release everything. Bring your hand back down and close your eyes for a moment and just take note of the difference between your right shoulder and your left. You can actually physically see it on me. My right shoulder is lower. It's much more relaxed. This is the result of relaxing those muscles and getting those muscles to be able to sort of slide and glide with each other. So we'll change sides. Take your right hand, place it underneath your clothing, and grab a hold of that trapezius. This is really good self-care. So now first just squeeze and pull the muscle up and away from the rib cage. There are a lot of muscles underneath there. It's not just the trapezius muscle. So we're getting those muscles to be able to function properly with each other through the slide and glide of the fascia. This is why I always recommend go get massages. Everyone, go get regular massages. It's really important to get those muscles to be able to interact with each other and to slide and glide and to prevent injury. Okay, keep the hand there. Take your left arm, bring it across like you're giving yourself a hug. And this changes again how you're massaging and the muscles you're able to access as you squeeze. Remember, it's kind of a squeezing and a lifting. And this feels just so good, especially on the neck. It feels super nice. Okay, now take the left arm, bring it out to the side. Turn the hand down as you bring it behind your back, behind your low back. Maybe even you can lift your hand up a little bit towards the shoulders and continue squeezing and turn your head to the right, and then bring the chin down to the right shoulder and continue squeezing. Again, this changes in how we're massaging the muscle and what's going on there. Continue taking deep, slow breaths. I must say, this feels really super good. Couple more squeezes. And relax, bring both arms down, bring your head back to neutral. And you can actually see on my shoulders, they both look wider, they're more relaxed, and you should feel it in your shoulders and in your trapezius, that they're much more relaxed, perhaps a little bit more fluid, less tension there. Let's turn our head to the right, look as far as possible to the right, and then come back to center and turn your head to the left, as far as possible to the left, back to center, to the right, back to center, breathing deeply, slowly, calm breaths. Back to center, one more time each side, to the right, and back to center, and again to the left. Good, come back to center, and we'll do some nodding. Lifting the chin, lengthen out the throat, and bring your chin down. This time, as you lift your chin, breathe in, get a nice extension of the neck, and breathe out, lower the chin. These types of exercises should be done every day. Our neck is directly connected to the vestibular system, which is behind the ears. And that's our system of balance. We need to keep that healthy and functioning properly. One more time. Lift and lower. Good. Release, and let's come onto our mats. So stepping back and getting into the front edge of your mat. I'll just adjust my camera. Your feet are hip width apart. That's important, everyone. Hip width. The feet can feel like they're energetically dialing out. The knees are soft, shoulders are wide, arms stretched by your sides. So the fingers are spread, and we feel like we're getting taller. Shoulders are getting wider, belly is becoming flat, and the crown of our head is lifting. Bring your hands together in front of the heart center. Clasp the fingers and push the palms away from you, straight forward. Round your upper back, tuck your chin, and get a stretch of those muscles in the upper back. Holding here, 3, 2, 1. Open your arms, clasp your hands behind you, stretch your arms as straight as possible, lift your chin and get a stretch into the chest. Yeah, and the upper body. 2, 1. Releasing this, bring your hands, sliding them down towards your knees, leaning forward, placing some weight on the hands. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out, round your spine, tucking the chin in. Breathe in, lengthen the spine, lift the chin, and go again. Breathing out, tucking, pulling the belly button in. Breathing in, lengthening. 2 more times, breathing out. Breathing in, and once more. Let's go. Breathe out, and breathe in, coming back up to standing. And now we're going to get moving with a little bit of cardio. Hands come to your heart center. Take a deep breath in, rise up, lift your arms, and as you fold, the elbows come towards the knees. The fingertips then come to the earth and step right leg back first. Right, then left. Lower your knees. Now, we're going to really warm up the body. First, let's do one small push-up. The chest comes down as low as possible, and we push back up. All the way down. Pointing your toes. Lengthen your legs behind you. Rise to a nice open cobra. Bring your chest back down. Push up onto your hands and knees, stretching the right hand side. Hands off the right hand side of the mat, hips go back. Holding 3, 2, 1. Lift back up, hands off the left hand side of your mat. Press back and hold. 3, 2, 1. Back onto your mat. Tuck your toes, take down dog or crouching cat. And begin stepping with your right foot first. Right, then the left, then the right, then the left. Hands to thighs, lifting to a chair. Lift your arms up and we're going to pull down 3 times. So when you pull down, elbows come down by your sides. 3, stretch back up. 2, stretch back up. 1, stretch back up. Then you push down through your legs, straightening, arms straight by your sides, back to perfect posture. We'll move through it slowly again. Hands to heart center. Deep breath in, rise. Folding, elbows to knees, coming straight down. Step your left foot back. Left foot first, then the right. Lower the knees down. 1 push up, nice and smooth. All the way down. Pointing your toes, lengthen out. Rise to cobra. Bring your chest back down. Push up onto your hands and knees. Walk your hands off the left-hand side of the mat, press back. Then hands off the right-hand side of the mat, press back. Back onto the mat, tucking the toes, rise to down dog or crouching cat. Begin stepping your left foot, left, right, bend your knees, hands to thighs. Coming up to chair, raise the arms, pull down. 3, 2, 1. All the way up to standing. Refine your perfect posture. That's it. Hands to your heart center. Take a deep breath in. Let's rise. Folding, going a little faster now. Step back, right leg, then left. Knees come down, 1 push up. All the way down, go to cobra. Come back up onto your knees. Hands off the right-hand side, just press back. Lift, hands off the left-hand side, press back. Lift onto your mat, down dog. Right leg lifts, kick it forward, and step the rest of your way forward. Bend your knees, hands to thighs. Arms by your ears and pull down. 3, 2, 1. All the way up to standing, arms stretched by your sides. Going again, hands to heart center. Deep breath in, rise. Go for it, ladies. Folding forward. I'm just going to mute. Yes. Stepping back, left foot first, then the right, then the left and right, and stepping back to a plank. 1 push up. Go for it. Down and up. That's it. All the way down, point your toes, getting into your cobra. Beautiful. Pushing back. Down dog or crouching cat. Yes, actually, you're up on your knees. Sorry about that. Go on your knees. Hands off the left-hand side of the mat. Last time we'll do this stretch. And then hands off the right-hand side of the mat. Coming back up. Now we're up into down dog or crouching cat. Left foot comes up. Kick it forward. Stepping all the way forward. Hands to thighs. Getting into chair. Pull down. 3. Yes. 2, 1. All the way up to standing. Stretch your legs, stretch your arms. All right, we're going to add on to all this. Hands to heart center. Deep breath in. Folding forward. Step back, right leg first, then the left. Lower your knees, 1 push up. All the way down. Come up to cobra. Down dog or crouching cat. Straight back now. Raise your right leg, press it skyward. 3, 2, 1. Now listen carefully. Bring your right knee out to the side. Stretch the leg out to the right and then under your body. 3, out to the side, under the body. 2, out to the side, under the body. 1. Bring the leg back up behind you. Swing it forward. Stepping the rest of the way forward. Knees bend, hands to thighs, chair. Pulling down. 3, good. Keep the belly in. 2, that's it. 1, all the way up to standing. Stretch your legs, stretch your arms. Hands to heart center. Go, deep breath in. Folding. Step your left leg back first, then the right. To the plank. Knees come down, 1 push up. All the way down. Cobra. Down dog or crouching cat. Left leg comes up. Press it to the sky. 3, 2, 1, bring the knee out to the side, stretch the left leg out and under the body. 3, to the side, under the body. 2, last one. 1, bring the leg up behind you, kick it forward. Stepping forward, knees bend, hands to thighs. Pull the elbows down, chair. 3, good, keep going. 2, 1, all the way up to standing. 2 more rounds, ladies. Hands to heart center. Deep breath in, fold it. Stepping back to plank. 1 push-up. All the way down, cobra. Down dog or crouching cat. Right leg lifts, push it. 3, pushing the ceiling. 2, the knee is bent. 1, bring the knee out to the right, stretch the leg, bring it under the body. 3, 2, 1, back up behind you, kick it forward. Coming into the chair, arms by your ears, pull it down. 3, yeah. 2, 1, up to standing, arms stretched by your sides. Last round, let's go. Hands to heart center. Deep breath in, I'm gonna come have a look. Fold it forward, step your left leg back first. Beautiful, coming into plank, 1 push-up. All the way down, point your toes, coming up into cobra. Yes, push back, down dog or crouching cat. Perfect, left leg goes up, knee is bent, push the ceiling. Good, excellent. 2, 1, now bring the knee out to the side. Straighten the leg, kick it out and under your body. 3, yes, good job. To the side, under. 2, last one, out to the side, under. 1, excellent. Bring it up behind you, kick it forward. Good job, ladies. Coming forward, getting into your chair, arms up by your ears, and here we go. Pull down. 3, 2, and 1. Let's come up to standing and release. Well done. Very, very good. Take a little step back. Hands can come to your hips. Make micro bends with your knees and cross your right leg over your left, but have the knee, the heel up at the knee. Stretch your arms out to the sides and bring your right arm over your left. Bend your elbows, grab the right wrist, thumb or palms together. Lift the elbows, push the hands away. Set your gaze beyond you, sinking the hips back into a little chair. Hold the position and breathe. Focus your breath as you focus your eyes. Releasing, uncross your legs, uncross your arms. Good. Bend the knees, hips go back a little bit. Left leg crossed over the right, but at the ankle. Arms out to the sides. Left arm, this time on top of the right. And you grab the left wrist, the thumb, or palms together. Lift the elbows, press the hands away, tuck your chin a little bit, and set your gaze, and you hold, sinking down. Keep breathing deeply. Soften the eyes, soften the gaze. One more deep breath in. And release. Whew, good job. Hands to hips. Soften the knees again. Lift your right leg, flexing the foot. Keep your standing leg, your left leg strong. Reach your arms behind you and push the hands behind you, okay? So these are like wings of a bird or of a swan. Send the right leg behind you, but be sure your arms are higher than the leg. So they're not down here, they're high. So you're squeezing into that upper back region, up here. Setting your gaze at the floor, holding the position. Stay calm and focused. And come all the way up to stand, releasing. Good job, hands to hips. Bend your knees, hips go back a little bit. Raise your left leg. Foot is flexed. Again, bring the arms behind you, squeezing the shoulder blades. They're like wings of the swan. Push the leg behind you, lift your hands even higher, set your gaze in front of you, and you'll hold. Keep raising the arms. Hold it there. One more deep breath in and release. Good job, ladies. Okay, now bring your hands at your low back, bending the knees here. If you can place one hand on top of the other, do that. If you can grab your elbows, do that. If you can come into a butterfly position, lifting the hands up to the scapula, do that. Or palms can come together, okay? In the reverse namaste, keeping the shoulders back, keeping the chest lifted. So you don't want to be in a rounded position. You need to be up and lifted. Soften the knees and begin sitting down into a chair position. Keep lifting the chest. And we're going to pulse here. Pulsing. 10. Hips go back. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. Keep the arms there. 4. Yes. 3. 2. 1. Come all the way up to standing. And now begin folding forward from the hips. Keep the knees soft, but the legs are relatively straight. And go down as far as possible for you. Set your gaze at the floor and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay folded forward. Softly release your arms. Bring the fingertips to the floor. And then grab the elbows and sway from side to side. We used to do this in the power yoga classes. This is a really good release for the shoulders, the arms, the neck, the head, as well as the trapezius. Now, bring your hands back to your trapezius muscles and give them a couple squeezes in this deep forward bend. Go for it. Nice release. And squeeze perhaps the neck a couple of times. Just letting go. Hands to the thighs. Push against the thighs to roll up to stand. And release the arms down by your sides. Hands to your hips now. Bend your right knee, bring it out to the side. You could be at the ankle, or a little bit higher than the kneecap, or you could be at the inner thigh. Raise your arms and stretch your arms as straight as possible while dropping the shoulders. Lift your chin, lift your eyes, and breathe here. If possible, breathing in and out through the nose only. Good. Hands come to hips and lower the foot. Let's change sides. Bend your left knee. Bring it out. You're at the ankle, a little bit higher than the kneecap or the inner thigh. Arms up in a V position. Lift your eyes. Breathing deeply. Drop the shoulders. Yeah. Beautiful. Hands to hips. Lower the foot. Okay. We're going to move to the floor. Come to the front edge of your mat. Hands to heart center and getting ourselves into our favorite position, plank. Let's go. Deep breath in. Folding forward. Woo. Stepping your feet back. And we're in our plank position. Lift your head, belly in. Breathe here. Holding. Engage nicely through the arms and the shoulders. Engage nicely through the belly. Belly lifts. Perineum also lifts up. Keep the legs strong, especially at the thighs. Holding 3, 2, and 1. Softly lower your knees. Good job, ladies. Lower your chest down to the earth. Point your toes, lengthening out your legs. Okay, we're going to challenge the upper back and the shoulders and arms in our positions on the floor. So reach your right arm out in front of you and then bring it behind, the right hand behind the neck and the upper back. Then reach the left arm behind you and reach up the back. See if you can grab the hands. If you can't, it's not a big deal, just reach for it. If you can grab the hands, hold the hands, lift your head, chest, and shoulders, and then lift your legs, pointing your toes. Feel as if you're lengthening the spine, working the whole back chain of the body. Good challenge for the shoulders, upper back as well. Another 3 breaths. Back down, hands underneath the forehead, and move your hips from side to side to relax the low back a bit. Good job. Left arm, reach in front of you first, and then behind the neck. Right arm reaches down by your sides like you want to touch your leg, and then reach up the back. See if you can grab the hands. Again, if not, it's not a big deal. Lift the head, chest, shoulder, and the elbow. Lift the legs, and we hold here. Three more breaths. Lower slowly, hands underneath the forehead, and move your hips from side to side. Lifting the head, chest, and shoulders, bring your hands wide off your mat, fingertips on the floor. So you're lifting your palms up as if you're touching 2 big round balls underneath your hands. Elbows point up, pushing softly against the fingertips, lift up into the gecko pose. And we'll hold here for a moment. Feel your upper back working, shoulders working, chest opening, and come on back down. Now the second time we do it, we're going to rise up, and just like a gecko, we're going to move from side to side. So reset your fingertips, lift your palms up well, and lift up into the gecko again. Now go to the right and the left, working the upper back and shoulders. Right and left. One more time. Right and left. Come back to center and lower down. Woo, good job. Hands under the forehead, move the hips. Lifting the head, chest, and shoulders. One more time. Reach behind you, clasp your hands, stretch your arms as straight as possible, and lift the legs. Snake pose. Open up the chest, open the throat. Holding here and breathing. Squeeze your shoulder blades together as far as you can. 2 and 1. Come on down, hands under the shoulders, push up onto the hands and knees. Reach your arms far out in front of you and lower your forehead to the floor. This is puppy dog pose, stretching out the shoulders and the shoulder socket as well as the chest and upper back. Okay, slide your hands back and lift up your head. Now the next posture is called dolphin. It's a very interesting posture because you must engage into the shoulders, and it also mobilizes a little bit the shoulders. So we'll bring our elbows down where our hands were, palms of the hands together, and if you want, you can clasp your hands, your fingers together. Tuck your toes under and rise to dolphin, lifting up the knees, step your feet forward. And this is a posture which is much like a down dog, but it takes a lot more strength and power in the shoulders. Lift your head and hold here. At the same time, see if you can lift your belly. Breathing deeply. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the knees softly. Sink back and bring your hands over your head. Have your hands touch the trapezius muscles and just rest here for a moment. Set your hands down to either side of the head and roll up slowly. Now you could stay on your knees or you could come up kneeling with the knees at a 90-degree position. Raise your right arm, bring the right hand behind the head and neck. Left arm reaches, and it's just like what we did on the floor. So now it's just a deep stretch. See if you can clasp the hands together and close your eyes and breathe. Releasing, roll the shoulders here to relax the articulation of the shoulder and neck, and change sides. Left arm comes up behind the neck, right hand turns and reaches up to clasp the hands. Once you're there, close your eyes and hold. Opening your eyes, release, roll your shoulders. Good job. Okay. Bring your feet to one side and let's come to a seated position. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees wide. Grab a hold either of your ankles or around your toes. Lift your chest and lean forward as far as is possible for you. Please do not go into any pain. You should feel the stretch in the inner thighs, but no pain in the knees, okay? You may feel a stretch in the hips, and that's fine too, but please don't go into any deep articular pain. Releasing, let's lift. Lift the right knee and stretch the right leg out in front of you. Toes pointing up to the sky. Hands behind you, lengthen the spine, and let's lean forward, bringing the chest towards the knee. And we'll hold here. Releasing this. Keep your left hand behind you, planted nicely into the floor. Point the toes of your right foot, and we're going to rise up, lifting up the hip, push down into the knee, push down into the foot, reach behind you and lengthen out the whole right side of the body. Squeeze the glute as well to get you up. 3, 2, 1. Come on back down. Raise the left knee, cross it over the right leg, grab a hold, set your left hand behind you, and turn to open the chest to your left. Turn your head as well. Unwind slowly. Uncross the legs, soles of the feet together, knees wide, and we'll do this open leg bend again. Grab either your ankles or around your toes and lean forward. Chest goes forward. Neck is lengthening. Just breathe deeply. Lifting back up. Send your left leg out in front of you. Stretched out in front of you. Foot is flexed. Hands behind you. Push against your hands to lean forward. And I would keep the hands as a support behind you so you can lift and open the chest so the back stays long. Lifting back up. Keep your right hand planted behind you. Raise your left arm and push into the floor with the knee and the foot. Lift your hip up. Squeeze the glute tight. Reach behind you. Here we go, holding. Open up the throat as well. And bring it back down. Lift the right knee, cross it over the left. Get into that deep spinal twist, turning your chest, turning your head. Go as far as possible for you. And we'll release and uncross the legs. Knees are bent, grab behind your thighs. Roll down onto your back, very slowly and gently. Once you're down, set your feet well underneath the knees. Elbows into the floor, open up your chest. Lifting up your hips halfway, we're gonna work the lower abdomen and the perineum. Deep breath in, breathe out, squeeze your knees together. Pull the perineum up. Breathe in, open. Here we go, 10 times. Breathing in, opening. 9. Keep going. 4 more times. Keep making it stronger and tighter. Last 2. Here's the last one. Release. Bring your hips down. Raise your arms over your head, clasping your elbows. And let your upper back curve. So your lower back curves, your upper back curves, and hold here. Next, let's release. Bring your elbows back down into the earth. Open up your chest again. So we're going to make this a real shoulder pose in that the middle of the back and the upper back is almost up off the floor. You're really just on the muscles of the shoulders. This really helps with your posture and opening up the chest. Lifting your hips up, walk your feet in a little bit, and set your right heel on your left knee. Now we're going to pulse. Here we go. 10. Squeeze the left glute. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the right leg to the sky. Pulse again. 10 times. 9, 8, 7. Stay with it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the right foot back down into the earth. Reset your elbows nicely into the floor. Get yourself back up onto your shoulders. Lift your left leg, set the heel onto the right knee. Squeeze the right glute, let's lift. 10, 9, 8, keep breathing. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the left leg to the sky. You can point the toe if you want. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7. Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the foot back down. Grab the elbows again. Bring the arms over the head and lower the hips down. Stay here and rest. This position is actually a really nice stretch and release for the shoulders and the upper back. Last bridge pose, elbows back into the earth, squeeze the shoulder blades. Set your feet nicely and raise your hips as high as possible. Readjust your neck if you need to. See if you can really get up on those shoulders. Press the elbows down. Super good posture for your posture. And stay here. Breathe deeply. Raise your arms over your head, reach behind you, and very slowly and gently lower the back onto the earth. One vertebra at a time. And once you are all the way down, stretch your legs out onto your mat and look for what we call star pose. So you open your arms wide as a V, your legs a wide V, and just breathe deeply here. Now bring your arms back together and clasp your hands together behind your head. Bend your knees one at a time. Bring your elbows in front of your face and lift your head, chest, and shoulders. Pull the belly button in tight. And this is not a sit-up. This is a stretch for the upper back and neck. Chin goes down towards the chest. Then turning your head to the right, look at your right foot and get that stretching to the left-hand side of the neck and upper back. Bringing the head back to center, let's go towards the left. Chin is still in towards the chest, bring the elbows in front of the face and we hold. Back to center, lower the head down softly and slowly. Clasp your hands together and reach them up to the sky and begin making a spiral with the arms. So you get this massage of your upper back, getting the scapula to move fully on the rib cage. Coming back to center, change the direction of the spiral. Go in a spiral in the opposite direction. Nice big movements now. And then reach around to hug your upper body so the hands will go to the scapula. You'll tuck your chin in, you'll lift up as high as possible, and then you'll rock from side to side on the upper back. This to me feels really super good. The upper back really gets a beautiful massage from this soft rocking from side to side. And then come back down softly. Open your arms, palms facing the sky. Bring your feet and knees together. Lift your hips and shift them to the left, just to the left of center. And allow your knees to fall to the right. One is stacked on top of the other. Turning your head to the left, look at your left hand. Opening up the chest, opening the shoulders. If you'd like to go farther, stretch your top leg out. And it's as if you want to grab the ankle or the foot. If you can, do it. Stretching out that top leg, that's your left leg. To go even farther, we go into corkscrew. The right foot comes behind you and you grab a hold with your left hand. Bring the shoulder back down to the earth and hold. Rebend both knees and roll back onto your back. Arms wide, feet and knees together. Lift your hips and shift them to the right-hand side of your mat. Let your knees fall to the left. Turn your head to the right to look at your right hand. Keep that right shoulder down and breathe. Breathing deeply and slowly. Nice deep twist into the belly. To go farther, just stretch out that top leg. It's your right leg. See if you can grab the foot or the ankle. And then left leg behind you, grab a hold with your right hand. Let the shoulder come back down to the earth. Stay in the twist. It's corkscrew. And we hold and breathe. 3, good. This is an advanced posture. 2, 1. Rebend both knees. Roll back onto your back. Grab a hold of the knees, the kneecaps with both hands, and make a big circle with the knees so you can massage the low back. Change the direction of the circle. Squeeze the knees tightly to the chest. Lift the head, nose between the knees, and lower down. One leg at a time, stretch them out onto your mat and set your hands onto your belly. We're going to be practicing the square breath right now. So breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Hold your breath. Breathe out. Hold your breath out. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Hold. 2 more times. In. Hold. Out. Hold. In. Hold. Out. Hold. Now breathe naturally and slowly. Feel the soft rise and fall from the belly. Avoid any forcing. Avoid any tension. Begin letting go of tension. Starting with the head. Relax any tension on the scalp, behind the ears. Any tension at the forehead, around the eyes. Release any tension on the cheeks, nose, around the mouth, jaw. The neck and throat. Release any tension in the shoulders, in the arms, wrists, hands and fingers. In the upper back, in the chest, middle back, ribs. Any tension in the low back, in the belly and lower abdomen. In the hips. Release any tension in the legs. In the knees, lower legs and ankles. Relax the feet. Even relax the toes. Feel as if your body becomes heavy and sinks into your mat, even more deeply into the mat. Now in opposition, Imagine your body becomes light. So light you're barely touching the floor. Begin now to breathe more deeply. Become aware of your position on the floor. And begin moving your fingers and your toes, coming back. Get ready and raise your arms over your head and stretch from fingers to toes. And then lifting the knees to the chest, squeeze the knees against your chest. Rock to your right hand side. Set the hands down onto the floor and pushing down, lift yourself from the side to come to a seated position, please. Good. Let's rub our hands together and bring the hands over the face, softly tapping around the eyes, and shake your hands out. And as a final little massage, let's rub our hands together. And I'd like you to place your hands at your trapezius and just pull them forward towards the collarbones. Do that about 5 times. Pull forward. You can pull the skin forward. Just put some pressure in there. One more time. Good. Hands can come to your heart center. Have a lovely afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining, and namaste. Good job.